What is up, YouTube? It's JBT back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about some builds that are heavily slept on, and whenever I play against them, seem to give me a really hard time. Now, before I start talking about these builds, I want to start off by saying I'm going to be doing a 100 subscriber giveaway as a way to say thank you to you guys for all the support so far. I have left the link to that giveaway at the top of the description, so if you're interested in that, make sure to get yourself entered. Now, the giveaway is going to be a $15 Xbox or PlayStation card of your choice, and I'm going to pick the winner randomly. Also, guys, there will definitely be more future giveaways, but I'm going to be revealing the gift cards at the start of the video, so the people with post notifications turned on are going to be the first to see the code. So if you're not already, make sure to hit that sub button, join Noti Gang. I promise you guys, I'm going to be dropping some sick content that you're definitely not going to want to miss. Now, anyway, guys, let's get straight into the video. Now, the first build I want to talk about is the two-way sharpshooter. The way defense works this year, having defense in your build will help you get a lot of steal animations. You're going to be a great on-ball defender, and of course, your three-point rating is going to be very high by the time we're done making adjustments. The small forward position usually offers the worst badges this year, but this is a rare occasion where this is the best position to make this kind of build as. Now, you guys can see here, the badges are kind of in similar format to a sharpshooting playmaker, where you get 0 Hall of Fame badges, but lots of important gold and silver badges. I also spent a lot of time comparing this build with the two-way stretch 4, and yeah, you're going to lose it on a couple inches, but the better badges and attributes definitely more than make up for it. For the height, I was debating between 6'9 and 6'10, but I decided to go with 6'10 because even though the stats are more balanced at 6'9, I feel like it is a very important inch to have because if you make this build, you're going to be guarding a lot of stretches and you don't want them to have too much height on you. For the weight, I went minimum. Now, by doing this, you're going to be improving your lateral quickness, speed with ball, all that good stuff, and the only thing that's taking a hit is your rebounding stats, which shouldn't matter too much because you're typically not going to be playing center, and even if you are, as long as you know how to rebound, you should be able to hold your own on the glass. For the wingspan over here, you're not going to want to make your arms too short, or else that will negatively affect your player's defense, or too long, because then your shooting attributes will drop. The best balance for me was to lower the wingspan by 2 ticks. It'll bring your three-pointer up without dropping your defensive stats too much. Now, the next build I want to talk about is an absolute monster. In my opinion, it's probably the most underrated build in the entire game, and personally, I have this build as a 94 overall, and that is the post-scoring rebounder. Now, at first, this build doesn't look appealing. The badges aren't great, the attributes or whatever, but the thing is, what makes this build unstoppable is the dual takeover. Now, if you're somebody who's looking to make an inside center build, I would definitely recommend this build if you're willing to grind to 94. Now, this build can out-rebound any other build in the entire game other than a pure glass cleaner, but it is way more versatile on offense than glass cleaner, and legit, once you get 3 baskets, the game is basically over. The thing I like about this build as well is that if your teammate is selling you, you're still going to be able to take over the game, whereas a lot of other inside center builds aren't really able to do that. Now guys, when I made this build myself at the start of 2K, I was stupid. I went 7-1. But the best height for this build is definitely 7'3". The best height for a glass is 7'3". The best height for a post is 7'3". So it only makes sense when combining the two together to go 7'3". For the weight, you're going to want to max it out. You're going to want to be able to shift box outs, have powerful backdowns, all that good stuff. You're going to be slow regardless of how you make the weight, so you might as well be as strong as possible and max out the weight. For the wingspan, you're not going to want to overthink this. Max it out. Even though it doesn't say, the longer your wingspan is, it does help you with rebounding. And of course, your defense will also improve a lot. Now guys, the next build I'm talking about is probably the most fun build to use in the entire game. And a lot of you guys are probably just going to look at this build and assume it's a slasher, so it can't be used as a comp build. But I'm telling you guys, if you know what you're doing, I think it definitely can. Now, this build is probably the most all-around build in the entire game. It has 3-point badges, mid-range badges, crazy defensive badges, and of course, all Hall of Fame slashing badges. I went 6'7" for the height. I didn't want to be undersized, but I've also seen shorter variations of this build that can speed boost. So it's up to you how you want to go for the height. But for me, since it gets so many defensive badges and already has such a high vertical, I felt like putting some height on him was the best idea. Now, for the weight, I went 230. Of course, speed is important, but you also want to have a high contact dunk because that is one of the most important things when making a slasher. I checked it. After you go past 230, your contact dunk or driving dunk doesn't improve anymore. So don't max it out. 230 is the best balance to also keep some of that speed. For the wingspan, I increased it by 2 ticks. This will help your defensive stats while still allowing you to keep a 75 ball control so you can unlock more dribbling animations. You don't need to improve your shot. This build already has a high enough shooting rating to be able to shoot very consistently. Now, to everyone who stuck around until the end of the video, I want to thank you guys a lot. In about a month, I'm going to try to bring you guys some live streams. I'm going to be playing with you guys who need some wins. And if you want to pull up on me, all that good stuff, you will be able to very soon. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could take a couple seconds of your day, hit that sub button, because all your support is what motivates me to keep bringing sick content to you guys. But anyway, until next time, it's JBT, and I'm out. Peace.